Well, 49er fans, this is a safe space, so let's go ahead. Let's let it all out down in the comments below. It's a tough loss. It's a really tough loss. I'm going to try to not let my emotions get the best of me in this one. I'm going to try to be as upbeat as possible. So, yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Sammy J Reacts. Welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the 49ers loss in the NFC Championship game. Before we get into my rant, talking about the game and whatnot, I could really use a like right now. Honestly, I could really use a hug right now, if I'm being honest. But a like will do, just fine. If you felt my vibe, subscribe. But let's just get straight into it, man. I need to vent. I need to vent. This is going podcast mode. So I'm just going to go off the cuff. If you hear me breathing a lot, there's not going to be many edits in this video, so I apologize in advance. But let's, from the jump, man, the Niners came to play in this game, and that's the most frustrating part, that the freaking football gods did not give us a chance to witness this game that was going to be magnificent. I was building it up all week. I was so excited. I was in my content bag this week, breaking down all the game, little matchups and everything. These teams were so evenly matched, and the 49ers came out great. I thought they had such a great game plan for Philly's offense. The defensive line was playing incredible. They were playing extremely disciplined, not allowing Jalen Hurts to escape the pocket, and when he did, they were keeping contained and getting after his ass. And you have Philly in a 4th and 3. Jalen Hurts rolls out, throws a deep ball. First of all, it looks like the ball's going to go incomplete. Then freaking Biletnikoff winner Devontae Smith snags that shit Odell Beckham, or at least we thought. But he immediately gets up, signaling them to get to the line and snap the ball quickly. And in my mind, that's when you throw the damn challenge flag. How Kyle Shanahan and his coaching staff, whoever the coach is in the booth, normally it comes from the booth. So I'm assuming he probably didn't get a good angle of the play, so he didn't tell Kyle to challenge it. But how you don't throw that challenge flag on a critical 4th down is just a freaking coaching mishap. You have to throw that challenge, because upon further review, when we get a better angle of it, it's not a catch, it's a fake catch, and it's going to go down as a fake catch in the stat books, which obviously led to a good touchdown by them. But to me, that was probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest play in this game, because right after that, you're down 7-0, you come out on offense. The offense looks fine, everything's going great, going normal. Then you drop back for a play action, and you decide to block their best pass rusher with a tight end, not even George Kittle, Tyler Kroft, and he fumbles Brock Purdy. So, you're thinking, okay, cool. They get the ball, whatever. It's still really early in this game. We hold them to 3 here. Or, if they score 2, it's whatever. It's still a 2-possession game. But come to find out that Brock Purdy gets injured on the same play. On the same play where you turn the ball over, he's injured. You lose your quarterback. He tries everything he can do to get back in the game, but he's just unable to go. And from there, the game is pretty much out of hand. Actually, for a second there, it looked like we were going to be able to make it competitive. But with Josh Johnson, your 4th string quarterback coming in, a journeyman, I might add. It's funny, if you look at his resume, he's been on half of the NFL rosters. Shout out to him, though. He's from Oakland Tech. What's up? Bay boy, real talk. But, I just wasn't expecting us to be able to come back with him at all. But for a second there, it did look like we could, because Christian McCaffrey, he said, F them draft picks. Sorry, I would curse, but I'm trying to keep my monetization up. And he went full-on beast mode on a touchdown run. He made 3 of them soft-ass Eagles secondary players touch grass. And, whew, damn, that shit got me hyped up. I couldn't even lie. I thought we were going to be able to turn the tides, but then just undisciplined defense. We got a bunch of penalties, a couple of suspect ones, I might add. The biggest one to me was the holding call on Jimmy Ward. I think they called it pass interference, but it was a phantom call on 3rd and 6. Oh, man, phantom call, man. I need to get this frustration out. How you call that as a serious NFL referee in the NFC Championship game is beyond me. I don't know how you call that. That's within 5 yards. They're fighting. They're both fighting. Jimmy Ward obviously has his hands on him, but you're allowed to do that within 5 yards. I don't understand. And then the freaking broadcaster, who was it, Greg Olsen? They're a good crew, don't get me wrong, but he tried to say he spun Jimmy Ward, but clearly A.J. Brown spun himself after trying to run a route. It was a terrible route, by the way. Jimmy Ward had him clamped up. And that would have been an incomplete pass, punting to us, and we have momentum there. It's tied, 7-7. Maybe we don't have momentum because, Josh Johnson is still in at quarterback. It would have been tough to move the ball either way. But at least you have a quarterback that can actually throw the ball downfield. But, they call that freaking penalty, and then from there, they get a couple of more penalties on that same drive and end up scoring a touchdown. And then the funniest freaking thing happens. All of a sudden, Kyle Shanahan decides to get aggressive right before the end of half, or in a 2-minute drill with Josh Johnson, the 4th string quarterback, as your quarterback. And this guy, it looks good for a second, man. He gets Debo on a slant. He gets about 9 yards. And honestly, I thought he was about to break it for a second, but the safety made a shoestring tackle. And on the very next snap, Josh Johnson, an NFL quarterback, professional athlete, drops a perfect shotgun snap in his hands. He fumbles it. Then, instead of trying to just jump on it, he looks up to see if he can pick it up and throw it again and try to throw it away. And then he jumps on it and gives it, basically, he might as well have just given it to Hassan Reddick. It was crazy. And I mean, man, I can't even talk about this without laughing. It's kind of just crazy, man. Because then from then on, and at that point, it's before half. Philly goes on to score another touchdown. They're up 21-7. And at that point, it really just looks insurmountable. But that's not all, folks. That's not all. Because then you're still thinking, okay, still only 2 possessions. The defense is playing great. It's playing great. It is, committing a lot of stupid penalties, which is leading to longer drives. And it's tough trying to stop that defense when you're on the field all the time and your offense isn't getting any first downs. So at least cut the defense some slack, you know what I mean? That was a big deep breath because I needed to take it. Oh my God, I'm going in right now, man. I know y'all can feel me in the comments. Just, hey, type away right now. Type away, you need to get it out. You need to get it out. And we'll get to Philly fans in a second. Don't even get me started on Philly fans. But then Josh Johnson gets hurt. And you don't have a quarterback. And then Brock Purdy tries to come back in. And for a second, you're like, why didn't Brock Purdy come in earlier? But then you just realize, they just need a quarterback to be handing the ball off and throwing little dump downs and screen passes. He can't throw it downfield. And at that point, it's over. You're down 2 possessions. You can't just run the ball every play and expect to get a first down. You just have to be lucky. The defense is going to be stacking the box. They know every play that's coming. It's so much easier to play defense when you know that you can't throw the ball past 10 yards. So at that point, I knew the game was over. Anyone that knows football in depth knew the game was over. At that point, they should have just called the game, honestly. And it's just really frustrating, man. It's tough because you could really tell that this defense, D'Amico Ryans especially, came prepared on defense. Man. It just sucks, man. If we had Brock Purdy, but I mean, that's part of the game, injuries. We just didn't have injury luck. That's why I'm kind of I got to vent a little bit and talk it out. But at the same time, it's I'm not as last year's loss in the NFC Championship was a lot worse. Losing by 3 points in a tough, hotly contested game is way worse than losing when you don't have a starting quarterback in. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is, man. The Niners lose. So the 49ers end up losing 31-7. It is what it is, man. There's always next year, like we keep saying. As a Niner fan, my entire life, all I've ever known is pain. I'm kind of accustomed to it. So it is what it is, man. But if you're a Philadelphia fan and you're actually taking laps around this win, you're a freaking loser. I just got to say it straight up, man. You don't deserve to win. You don't deserve this win if you're really taking shots at us because we don't even have a quarterback in. If you're actually seriously celebrating this win and talking shit to us, you're just a straight up loser. And I mean, hey, at the end of the day, the players, I respect the players and the coaches because they're actually out there on that field and they deserve to talk shit if they're the ones out there doing it. But the fan base, I know you guys are ruckus and crowd, but y'all some losers if you're straight up really going to take laps against us Niner fans. It's crazy, man. This celebrating this win is like celebrating having sex with a 2 out of a 10, by the way. So if I was you, just keep your mouth shut. Be happy that we didn't have our starting quarterback because this game would have been a lot different the way the defense was clamping up your offense. And you better hope that you come out there in the Super Bowl against whoever it is, Cincinnati, Kansas City, and you actually play up to your standards because today, it's not going to cut it, to be honest. With a team that can actually score points on offense with a quarterback, especially Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, good luck. The way you guys look today, the tackling on defense, terrible. And to me, if I'm a Philadelphia Eagle fan, I'm worried. My team hasn't played in a hotly contested game yet. You would have been better off winning a tough, closely contested game against a freaking seasoned veteran 49ers football team than blowing them out because their third-string quarterback got hurt and their fourth-string quarterback got hurt. Come on, you haven't had a test yet. So, at the end of the day, y'all won. It is what it is. Good luck next week, like I said. And Niner faithful, it's going to be a tough one. It's a tough pill to swallow, but at least we know that we didn't lose this game at full strength, and we're always going to keep coming, man. Hey, yo, pause, but really, great season. We probably weren't even supposed to be here with our third string, last pick in the draft, pick 262, Brock Purdy. Man, it was a hell of a season, y'all. I was glad. I had a great time covering it. I got in a little late. I'm gonna be so excited covering this team going into the draft and everything. I'll probably cover a little bit of the Super Bowl, but again, a tough one, a very very tough one. This one's gonna sting for a little bit, but just like the previous losses, man, time heals all wounds. We're gonna get back together, Niner faithful. It is what it is. Keep the faith. They call us the faithful for a reason. Love this team. Even through the ups and the downs, whatever it may be, we're always Niner faithful to the end of the road, all right, man? So on that last note, I'm going to leave you with a bang, bang, Niner gang. Yay! Peace, love, and positivity, everybody. Peace. Hey, real quick, normally I don't condone violence, but watch Trent Williams dog race this guy and watch none of the Eagles defenders step to him because they know he's a dog.